All right, everybody, we are now at the Monocacy National Battlefield. I think this battle was fought in the 1864, I believe it was. It was, I think, a year or two after Antietam and Gettysburg. But they got a cool cannon right here. Look at that thing. So we're now at what they call the Best Farm. It was the family's, their last name was Best, so the Best family farm. And so here's the house right here. And this house and the property here was caught in a crossfire between the Union and the Confederates. The Confederates was over there on that end, and the Union was over here on this end. And they actually had some Union soldiers in that barn right there. And so they started to get into a crossfire, artillery shells, cannonballs, and started firing back and forth. And what I understand of it is they had a couple Union soldiers in here, basically snipers, and they were taking out with some really good shots, taking out some of the men over there in the artillery. And so they realized what was going on. They seen puffs of smoke from the muskets over here, so they started directly firing on the barn. The Confederates did, and they hit it a few times, enough to start a fire, and it burned it down. And the Union lost some supplies and things that they had in the barn as well. So very interesting. I could not imagine being in the crossfire of a battle and a war. Me and Danielle's talked about this already, but very interesting history right here in Maryland. We have moved on to one of the other farms, and this one is considered the, I think they call this one the Thomas farm. And I'll let you see the house. It's right up here on the hill. We're gonna go up here to it. And this is a they said this was a big focal point for this little battle, and Union troops, Confederate troops were firing on each other. So they said that during this battle, the 6-year-old son actually watched the battle. You see underneath the porch there's a cellar. He actually watched troops and everything fight each other out here in this yard. And after they moved through here, the wounded soldiers, the family and that boy actually helped them soldiers, you know, medically. Y'all, I couldn't imagine that. It just blows my mind. But anyway, man, this is really cool. Really cool history. We have seen a lot of it this trip. It's like my bucket list trip.
All right, so the Confederates started here, and they were moving towards that farm over there. But there was 1,400 men that were ready to ambush them. So they went there, and they were decimated, and they quickly fell back. And then they did a second attack and took the Thomas house, which is over there.
Mm-hmm. Then
the Union line fell back to Georgetown Plank, which is kind of through the trees there, and the Confederates once more were driven all the way back here. So they didn't gain any ground.
Wow. Nice explanation, Danielle.
Thank you.
They bought this property and settled here in 1862, 2 years before this battle happened. Good night. All right, so we just came from over there. That was the Worthington farm, and this right here is the Thomas farm. And during the day of July the 9th, 1864, Confederates, Unions, this is kind of where it all happened right here, most of it. The family that lived here actually hid in the cellar during the battle that day. And when they came out of the cellar later in the evening, after all the noise stopped, they come outside, and there was hundreds of men dead out here in these fields. That's crazy. That's just nuts. Something we do as a family, and I think y'all have seen some videos where we do this, or some clips when we go on our trips, is we go geocaching. So Jacob has the phone, and we logged in on the geocache app. If you ain't got on that geocache app and done some geocaching, you ought to do it. It's a lot of fun. But we're out here next to this big old barn, and there's a geocache up here. Somebody's put this cache up here for us to go find. And Danielle and Naomi are still back there, but It's just neat that they put this here so that way we could see it. But when we get done with this tour, we're gonna go eat dinner tonight. Looking forward to that. I know where we're going to eat, kids don't. And it's gonna be good. But anyway, there's supposed to be a geocache somewhere in here. Let's see where it is. Where is it? Oh, it is right there. All right, here we go. Jacob, I'm gonna let you open it. You're the one that found it. Don't touch that.
I didn't mean to.
All right, what we got?
Stop. Do it.
What does that say right there? Turn it around. Yorktown Heights, New York.
Here's the little pencil. So
You gotta put it on the last page. It was vlogged. And we're gonna put a penny in it. Have a go. Yep, put it back in the box, or in the back of the bag. And just fold it over. Make sure you seal it off good. Good job. We found the geocache. All right, everyone. So this is the Gambrel meal, and during that battle, they pulled soldiers from the battlefield and used this old mill as a hospital, temporary hospital for them. And it said it was an undershot mill, which I know what an undershot mill. It's still has the wheel, and then the water went, the water feeding into it went underneath the wheel to turn it. Yeah, it's called an undershot mill. So we'll go around here and see if they still have any remnants of any of that. So they got some water right here. Maybe the water was rerouted, but this was a mill, they say. All right, so this is the last stop. There's a monument up here in memory of this entire battle, and it's supposed to be up here next to the railroad tracks, which the railroad tracks are right there. This is neat, guys. Y'all ought to come do these. You ought to find you you need to find you a battlefield that you could go visit, and go visit it. Be well worth your time. All right, this is the last of it, and my battery's on 11%. Commemoration. They put it here in 1907, 43 years after the battle. 180 veterans of the 14th New Jersey Regiment returned to dedicate this monument in honor of their comrades and their sacrifices. The state of New Jersey placed the first monument on the battlefield. Other monuments were later added. Pennsylvania in 1908, United Daughters of the Confederacy in 1914, Vermont in 1915, and Maryland in 1964. All right, everybody. Well, that concludes another day, another adventure here in Maryland on our summer vacation 2023. It's time to go eat. So we hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one. God bless you.